Hello, hello. It is the one and only 5D Transformations. And honestly, man, it's a blessing to be here. Let's get to the point. Let's get to it. So, this has been an amazing start to 2025. And one of the biggest things with 5D Transformations that we've been doing is working with a lot of clients on the ground out here in the DC area. So for a lot of you who don't know, I'm in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. That's where I do a lot of work. That's where a lot of my clients are. And I want to be able to service those people and give them the attention they need. So when it comes to videos, I've been kind of really just focused on doing a lot of work on the ground, but now we're back at it. And I really just want to give you all some powerful information and really just, share something that I think is key. And what it boils down to is, in this experience of life, you will continue to get the same experiences, unless something very special happens along your journey. Naturally, as creatures of habit, you people tend to manifest the reality that they are already seeing, that they're already familiar with. And it's very hard to break from whatever you're experiencing now and experience something new. It requires a mental shift and a breakthrough in your mind in a lot of cases, or it requires opportunity that gets presented to you or something to kind of move you in a different direction. Now, I think a lot of people are afraid to put, to have a fresh outlook on what's possible because they look back and they go, man, well, look at what's happened. A lot of us are prisoners to our past experiences, and you have to begin to embrace the moment in your life where you begin to adapt to a new stage. So, I've been dealing with so many different clients and helping them with different areas of life. One of my main specialties is productivity coaching. I do a lot of that in terms of my full time coaching that I do. And then, of course, on this channel, I share a lot about MBTI. We talk about narcissism. We talk about, how to expand your mind, understanding the mind, understanding different things. We also talk about dating and relationships on my other channel and how to have an optimal situation there. So when I look at these different fields, I'm getting these constant themes as I'm working with people, and I'm starting to, and I was finding more and more data harnessing in on what is the main problem that's stopping people from having the situations they desire. And as I delve deeper into it, one thing that I consistently noticed when it came to people being stuck at a certain place, number one was the limiting belief systems that people have that get in their own way. Because you got to think about it. If two people are on the same earth, obviously we were raised differently, but one person's in a position that another person isn't in. If one person's wealthy and another person's not, we got to wonder what's going on here, right? Um, why is it that some people are able to have this a certain experience of life and others aren't? And don't get me wrong, people work hard, and some people work harder than others. But what I found is a lot of the time, people aren't in better positions because they um, are working harder than the next person. A lot of the time, it's because they understood a lane and they understood that it was much easier to attain something than the other person might have understood. $1 million to one person is a lot more easier than $1 million for another person. And it all begins with how they view getting the $1 million. You know, someone's going to feel worthy of it because of the value that they're exchanging, and another person is not going to feel worthy of it. And they're going to sell themselves or their product value short or at a lower rate than the other people. So, the first thing is limited beliefs, a limited mindset of what's possible. All right. And we got to break through that because what you have to understand is you have to have a malleable mind. When it comes to business, you have to be willing to adapt. You have to be willing to try new things in order to stay with the trends. Otherwise, you will fade out of the marketplace. These companies become traditional and hierarchical and they fade out of the marketplace. Shout out to analyst that I talked to last week that provided that information as we delve deeper into it, just understanding how afraid businesses are when it comes to adapting. So the main thing that I'm starting to notice, aside from the limiting beliefs, is speed. I think people do not operate at a fast enough rate to manifest what it is that they want, whether in relationships, whether in business. You know, everyone is, moving slow, moving afraid. And because of that, what you'll find is they're unable to reach incredible heights. You know what I mean? And so I realized, look, if I can help somebody get the right mentality behind what it is they're trying to do, and if we can execute a plan for it to happen quickly, the quicker we can shift you into that new flow, the quicker you'll be able to manifest. Because if you stay in your current condition, if you don't do anything to shake it up, which is, for example, you hire a coach like myself to come in and shake up your situation and help get you a path to a new, uh, in order for you to reach a new level, you're dealing with the risk that the 95% are dealing with, which is stagnation. You're going to be stagnant. And so what we want to do, we want to get you in the right direction. We want to get you producing quickly. That is the key, is production. It's doing. You know, the more that we ponder, the more that we sit around and wait, the more nothing's getting done and you're stalling out your success. So that's what we're going to start honing in on. I want to start getting my listeners to the places that they want to be quickly. And as someone who does have a background in productivity coaching, someone who also has a background in understanding the mind, spirituality, MBTI, I'm combining all of these different things to give you the key that is going to allow you to be completely magnetic when it comes to getting what it is that you want. Okay. And that's where we are with, where we are right now. Okay. So at this point, I do have my products and everything, you know what I mean, on 5D on the Patreon, which is great. But the best experience you're going to get working with me is going to be actually getting coaching. I think that's very important. The videos that you watch, the Patreon, that stuff is very great. And it's going to change your life. The Pyramidion program is incredible, but it's time now to really focus on results. And that's what I'm here to do. At this point, it's about results. And I really mean that for my clients. I'm really focused on driving results. And so that's what we're going to be talking about moving forward. So these videos that I drop is going to be designed for you to get results. But at the same time, you know, it's also going to be important for you to push yourself to the next level. You know what I mean? Because when it comes to attaining what you want, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Everyone has this block. It's this invisible wall that's blocking everyone, and you have to find a way to be the part of the few that find a way through. And that's what I'm here to do. It's like the Underground Railroad. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get people in there before everything closes up. But I want to empower you. You know, I'm not here to say, oh, here's a quick rich scheme. No, I want to see what it is that you're working on in terms of what it is that you want to manifest, because this is about you getting to where you want to go. And let's go ahead and put the tools in place to help empower you to get to where you want to go. You know, it's time for you to get into the frequency of the winner and really sit and get used to being in that seat. Because if you don't get used to being in that seat, you are essentially going to be constantly getting pulled back into losing, because that's what you're familiar with. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to break the shift. I'm here to snap you out of it and say, look, let's get into something new. And when it comes to myself, I mean, I've transformed my life in a way that I could have only imagined when I was younger. You know what I mean? Being able to have my own businesses, $1 million businesses, being able to work with high level professionals, having a family, you know, being able to work with a mother. You know, my mother is a high level performer in the business world as well. There's just so many gems that I've noticed over time, and I think it's time to invest it in the people who I know need it, because there's a lot of fluff on the internet. Okay, and there's a lot of fluff out there. Period. It's very rare you'll get a coach that's going to be invested and really give you the information and really put you in a position to win. So that's what I'm here to do in my spare time. You know what I mean? As I'm constantly working on new projects myself. So that's the message. I want to get you all an update. I'm going to be dropping some very powerful videos moving forward. And hey, look, if you want an opportunity to get coaching, now's the best time because I already have a pretty booked up schedule. But guess what? I'm officially, thanks to my team and being able to leverage it and open up space for my clients online because it's important for me to keep a connection with you all. So make sure to reach out. You can go to your 5D transformations at gmail.com if you're interested in coaching. That's YOUR 5D. That's the number 5, the letter D, transformations with the S at the end at gmail.com. And then make sure to check out that Patreon. And I will see you all in the next video. It's the one and only. Peace.